Yeah, why not vodka?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
She was just loving him so much.
No way.
This is Fake or Cake, a show where we discuss some news about Russia. Our international guest has to guess which one is fake. If he guesses right, we give him a cake. If not, he gets a cake to the face.
Alright, everybody, hello. This is the YouTube show that's called Fake or Cake. Woo!
Yeah.
Yay! So we have a bunch of people here. This is Roma, this is Katya, this is Nikita, this is Sasha, and we have a special guest from Australia, Ali. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, yo.
So how do you find it here?
I love it. It's amazing. I mean, the weather is not the best, but the people are great. The food is good, and yeah.
What else do you need?
Yeah.
That's exactly right thing we paid you to say. We're good to start. Do you know the rules of the show, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just starting off and ready to read you the first news. Okay. So, news number one. Central Bank fired 85 employees who failed the test on the multiplication table. How about that? Do people in Australia count well?
Not exactly.
So a little details for you to get bigger understanding. Elvira Nabiullina reported mass resignations in the staff of central office of the central bank and in regional offices as well. As a result of an unscheduled testing for knowledge of the multiplication table, 85 employees demonstrated an unacceptably low level of incorrect answers. All of them have written a statement of resignation of their own accord.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think? Is that a...
I'm a little bit nervous. It sounds possible. It sounds possible, probable. It's potentially true. Shall we move on to the next one? Or do I have to
Do you remember the multiplication table?
do I? No. I know how to count with nines, but...
Should we check?
It's not working. Why do people in the bank need that?
I'm an English
Because it's
teacher.
an economical thing.
Not a
and-
mathematical.
Yeah, it's kind of good for your brain if you know it.
Yeah.
It shows your intelligence in a way, but actually this news kind of explain a lot actually about our central bank- about our economy. Yes, kind of.
2 multiplied 2, that's 86, and then this is go to my pocket, and then 3 left. Okay.
Why can't we just use calculators, you know?
Come on.
That's exactly the point.
Yeah.
We have the
Nowadays we
technology.
don't need it, right? But to be honest, the first time I heard this news, I remember the case when I was having an interview in one of the biggest Russian oil and gas companies, and
We don't know what
right. So at some point, like they were asking like some hard questions and stuff, and once they asked to check first my Russian grammar. You know, so they asked some questions for the prefixes and stuff, and I was giving the correct answers. And after that,
I'm going to China to work for you. I don't need...
no. But like, yeah, definitely was not necessary. And so after they just said, okay, congratulations, now you're better than 75% of our company's employees. Wow. And I was like, oh, okay, good.
Wow, I just graduated school. What a surprise.
So I mean.
All right, so yeah, just remember that this is
That's-
potentially a fake, or this is a real news.
I think it's potentially real, but let's continue on.
Let's see what we are.
All right.
Okay.
Who's next?
Ramon,
Yeah.
up to you.
So my piece of news is next. There is a city called Kotelniki, it's a it's Moscow area.
I'm a foreigner too, so I'm allowed.
So there, some time ago, there was a shooting. The attacker surrounded after receiving a bottle of cognac. And the detail is that, according to the updated data, the man barricaded himself in a grocery store. He put forward the condition. They had to give him a bottle of cognac.
No comment. What's that mean?
Were his condition clear?
Did they say what type of
and the guy, the police, oh, what do you want? Some drink.
Yeah. And after it was executed, the man surrounded to law enforcement. The cause of the incident was the love drama between man and one of the employees of the hairdresser nearby.
Oh. This is in Russia, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's why we choose
This
typical news.
Everything does happen in Russia. I love this place. It's never boring.
Right.
It happened in Moscow area.
But
A bottle of cognac, though.
Yeah, why not vodka?
Yeah, that's exactly. You
Don't
know?
be stereotypical.
Is it vodka?
Yeah.
Are you Russian?
Yeah.
I mean,
A variety of alcohol.
Yeah, as I remember, Cognac is like the cheapest one. This one bottle.
like
Oh, he received that one. Does it specify there what kind of like?
I
What's the?
no.
Like
But
I imagine this
Starý
bottle.
Königsberg.
Oh,
You know it's better.
I'm not too sure about that one because cognac. Really, he said cognac. So, but it's potential that he liked someone nearby, or he's like the hairdresser.
let me ask you. What people in Australia do to impress a hairdresser across the road?
Well, I heard
Do
a
they
story
barricade?
about a story about some teenager jumping into shark-infested water to impress a tourist, and he's like, yeah, mate, it was pretty awesome. He almost died, but
Or did he succeed?
he jumped in the water and there were sharks and everyone's screaming and he's like, oh.
And the girl went, "I love you, just get out."
He got bitten on his arm. So yeah,
That man also got bitten.
by the police.
I have a story which happened to my friend some years ago in Samara, in my native city. Samara is a great, amazing city.
A little advertisement. Roman is from there.
They never pay that.
So he was working. Tell me the name of this profession in British American tobacco. So he
Chopsticks maker.
Yes, no. he checks everything like in some shops in some area in Samara, and during this checking in a shop called Magnet.
Magnet.
Yes, magnet.
A bum, a homeless man, came to this shop. He was really dirty and everything, and went to a shop
And started to clean everything. Everything's dirty around.
Took kolbasa, which is a type of salami or
Sausage,
I don't know, hamon, and asked the guys, the workers of supermarket, like to let him go with this salami without paying. And when security and everyone started like to tell him that no, it's not possible, he made a condition also that if they will not let him go, he will go to the toilet here inside the supermarket and do bad things. and finally,
He'll do his business in the
what he
supermarket.
did.
Oh. If this is in Samara.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I thought you said it's a great.
exactly, yeah. The next
Just go
city
into
in
the
world.
shop.
He performed it like after the condition was
not
agreed on the
yeah,
condition.
yeah.
He still does.
Ah.
People in Samar, be careful while visiting Magnet. That's a little recommendation from our little show.
But imagine security and policemen who came after.
They're like,
this
whoa, we don't know how to stop it.
Imagine the people who work there. I'm not cleaning it up. I quit. But with this news, I would say I don't believe it. Not exactly. I'm closer to the not too sure about that being true.
All right, you
So-
still have some time.
Let's see. What's the next
We're
one?
moving to the next one.
Next
It
one
is-
has to be mine, I think.
Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, wait.
What?
Why are you starting off like that? Where's the welcoming, like, hey, let's go to the next news, guys?
Hey, let's go to the next news, guys. It's about Volgograd. It's right next to Samara, by the way. So, news number 3.
He's reacting always like that. Sorry.
In Volgograd, a sheep shot its owner in the back.
Oh my God. No.
A ship
Yeah.
or a sheep?
Like a sheep.
A sheep.
Yeah.
A sheep shot
Yeah.
Yeah.
the owner in the
So-
back.
We have a Transformer sheeps.
It's our new experiment.
A resident of Volgograd who was born in 1956, was hospitalized with a gunshot wound.
That's very important, the year when he was born.
Exactly. The bullet hit him in the spine. The citizen is being operated. His life is out of danger. The victim was interviewed, and according to him, he drove by car to sell his sheep.
Not to confuse, she means sheep.
Not the ship.
There was a gun in the back seat. So the ship was turning around so much, so they touched the trigger, and the weapon shot. And so this was mentioned in the Ministry of Internal Affairs in Volgograd.
Be careful with sheeps in Volgograd.
Sheep's shooting the. Well, I mean, anything's possible in Russia, but.
But like the important detail is that he was driving this car to sell the ship, right? And
Yeah.
So sheep felt it.
and maybe
The sheep was like upset. It's like, that's where you take
You
it.
don't
Load
mess
the gun. Load the pointing it. Yeah, and
Yeah, at one point she's just like, you don't mess me with. I'm not going anywhere. This is my truck. Get
I'm
out.
your sheep.
Yeah, and after the demand of ship to get out of the will, he was like, no, I'm not. Okay, and that's how shooting started.
I don't think
maybe
so.
the
I think it's an alibi for someone else that maybe he owed someone money, and then he got shot in the back and is like, it was my sheep,
Yeah, it's like
Maybe.
ate homework.
Yeah.
Like this, all this stuff when you come to school.
Yeah,
Say, I didn't do
except with a gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it seems like they had a kind of addictive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sheep and
Sheep and a man?
And a man.
she
yeah,
was
kind
just
of-
loving him so much. She
Yeah,
didn't like.
but-
Maybe the
But-
sheep just loved guns.
Oh, maybe she just.
Played around with them quite often, so knew that.
Had some target practice.
Yeah, because when the sheep was born, she has this, the little triangle with little things.
Just trying to
hanging.
imagine a
Just
sheep's
guns,
foot.
Just guns there, just guns. And she's like, ooh.
Yeah, my news. Come on.
That was really fake excitement, guys. I gotta tell you.
Fake or
Bad
cake?
actor. Okay. A drug addict from Kursk lost drugs in the bushes. Okay.
Possible. Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe
It's
it.
okay.
That's a daily routine.
Yeah.
We were having that.
That happens all the
know
time in
some
Sydney.
people from Kursk. Okay, and called the police to help him in the search. Hello. I lost my drugs. One of the local residents of the Kursk region called the police and reported that he had lost a bag of synthetic drugs.
In case you forgot.
Yeah.
Just repeating the name.
Yeah, thanks. Just for me to remember. The police immediately went to the village of Polozova, that's how it's called. Polozova, yes, and found the citizen wandering through the bushes. The man
That's
wa-
exact impersonation of how people were searching drugs.
Where's the
Exact.
Thank you for portraying
Yeah, I'm
that.
telling this story which I saw,
Yeah.
I was part of the police team actually. The man was in
Or the
s-
drug search team, huh?
Okay, the man was in a state of drug intoxication. I don't know why it's funny. Okay,
Just to you, I think.
yeah.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I think for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people on drugs, they can do anything. They can, yeah.
Because it's the easier phone to call. It's just like 02 and like,
Like
Yeah.
in any occasion when you need help, you point just 0, 2, hello, I need help. And even in
It's like,
situation
damn,
where
I lost all my
just-
pot, my marijuana. Where's my marijuana? Let me just call the cops.
Yeah.
Hi, I'd like to make a report of some missing marijuana. I was in the cupboard at last. Don't worry, we will come and search your house.
And he'd be waiting until the cops would find it and then follow the cops.
But it depends on how high you were. You said synthetic drugs, so I mean,
yeah, but
synthetic.
it's very high. And actually, of course, the police found the lost package. Yes.
Yeah, that's
And of
what I
course,
know.
they took this guy to the police. But I was wondering, what if the end would be like, they gave him drugs and say goodbye, thank you very much.
Found it like,
Yeah,
"Great,
like,
sir."
Thank you, sir. goodbye.
In Australia, it's strict. You get your ass kicked, and you would be like thrown in jail, obviously. Yeah, or you just no. You might get
Or
off
you
on
got
a
killed
push. or you get shot by a sheep. There are lots of sheep there.
Then it depends on the quality of the drugs.
But I think it's possible. Like there is so many things that could happen, you know, while on drugs or.
A drug guy searching for his
No,
drugs, and then
like
the police,
this.
and then the ship is like, no, they're mine.
Put the drugs down.
But I want to mention and for us just to remember that police helped this guy to find the bag of
So
drugs.
the
They were
police
so
actually
nice.
helped him.
And
Yeah, but
they believed him as well. Like,
it's written that like when he saw the police, he once again complained to them that he had lost one of the bag of drugs. He was carrying the second package of drugs with him. The police found the lost package and sent it for examination. So they like
So he was
How
like
to-
comparing. Like, see, exactly like this bag, this size. You look for it. Help me.
Hold on, where was this?
Where? Kursk.
This is also in Russia.
So the police service is amazing in Russia, as you.
It's possible. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know, but I think
Let's
it's
see the
possible.
If you would
speech.
lost some real valuable belongings,
Yeah.
call them. You know who to call. Okay, this is the last news for today. A man called himself an Antichrist while using local church for making orgies. How about that?
What? What?
Yep, a female resident of Ukrainian Cherkasy region. Cherkasy region. He was accused for raping. Was not the first victim that he abused. But he used the church, also known that he paid for the construction of a small rural church at there. And this guy used this temple in a peculiar way. He was often bringing 2 or 3 girls of easy virtue there and had fun with them. And once he fought the Pope.
He fought the
He
Pope.
fought the Pope and called himself an Antichrist.
No way. Nah.
It wasn't me, right? Because this
Do you believe in Antichrist? Because this man believed in it.
This guy believed in the Antichrist, had some orgies in a church. But this is also in Russia as well, so but I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
Technically,
Because
that is a Ukrainian border, but the guy is from Russia. So he fought in Afghanistan, and that's
had a
sort of-
Russian blood.
Nah, it's fake. It's fake.
By the way,
it's gotta be fake.
one of my friends from Samara.
From Afghanistan.
From Samara.
from Samara.
The guy in the shops, yeah?
No,
guy?
his girlfriend. Okay, she told me this story that her colleague was raped once in her life, and now this colleague is telling to everyone, saying to everyone that that was the best sexual experience in her life. Like, during the
That's messed up, but it's possible.
yeah.
For
It's
real.
possible, yeah. I heard something similar to that. Like, there's been situations like that.
Wait, I mean,
But that's
what type of men
messed
she
up.
used to
I don't
date afterwards then?
I
Or before.
Were they
Maybe
like
she
worse
searched
than
for
raping?
him in Tinder after, like, where he was.
Okay, generally raping is very bad. I understand.
And
but
Roma is not supporting it.
Yeah.
No.
As well as every one of us.
Neither is Samara.
There's someone with Samaritan.
But like, why in the church? Like, why does it have to be a church?
Yeah,
Why you have to
exactly.
build the church?
Wait, let me get this straight. He built a church.
It's like a little church.
He kind of not lended money. He invested money in
Yeah.
building the church.
To do that inside.
So he can have fun
Yeah.
inside these churches.
Yeah, that's exactly how you're
Once a
portraying with your
year.
hands.
Pretend
That's
to be an
fun.
Antichrist.
And he pretended to be. I thought you said he met the Antichrist, or said he was.
No, he said he
while
was.
he was fighting. He was like, "Ugh,
Ah.
this is the
okay.
revenge.
But did you
for-"
say he fought the Pope?
Yeah, he fought. The Pope.
Like in real life, or he just said he fought the Pope?
No. He really fought the Pope. But the Pope, of course, he didn't fight back. So he ended up just stealing all the candles and ran away. That's
There's a story.
So yeah, well,
I
actually,
believed everything, but then when you said he fought the Pope, I'm like, I'm sure the Pope has got to have his own, kind of security.
do you know how much weight in the cross of the Pope is?
No.
Why?
It's very heavy.
Okay.
Maybe 10 kilos or
The one,
Really?
yeah, the 10.
So what was he like, swinging it around or
He-
something?
Yeah, he might.
Okay.
What do you think about last month in Russia?
Last month in Russia.
Yeah,
What's the
about
random
our
question
news.
like that?
This is all only last month.
It's like all
maybe
super
two-
fresh.
no.
Maybe 2 months.
This was all this morning's news. It's wild, It's pretty interesting.
But you have to remember,
you-
just one is fake. I mean, 4 is real and 1 is fake. I'll remind you. I'll remind
Yeah,
you
yeah.
all the news.
Let's do so.
Okay.
So the first one, central bank fired 85 employees who failed the test on the multiplication table. Number 2, shop in Kotelniki near Moscow, there was a shooting and the guy demanded cognac instead of giving up. Number 3,
okay.
Volgograd, a sheep shot the driver with a gun, saying, "Lend me my money back." Number 4, a drug addict from Kursk lost drugs in the bushes and called the police to help him to search them. And finally, a man called himself an Antichrist and used local church for some orgies. These are 5 news. Which one of it is fake?
So now you get a second to think. We're preparing our cake and
Okay.
you
Which one
have to
is
do that.
fake?
Nikita really wanted to do this.
With a pleasure.
Which one is fake? So you had the guy shopping
You
center,
can add with
cognac. That guy, he was asking for cognac. And there was another guy who was shot by a sheep. That sounds really fake.
My intuition says, oh, Ali's like, oh, I'm not gonna get it.
The Antichrist guy.
Just smell it. Smell it for now. Smell it. You're free.
Smells nice. Okay.
I see fear on your face.
I see fear.
The
So you just named the fake one.
Okay, drum roll, please.
this sheep is fake.
And this is not true.
We did it!
Wow. Sladký, no vkusný tort. It's a nice cake.
Do you know what's the fake one?
Which one was the fake one? Wait, the sheep. That's okay. The sheep really shot the guy in the back.
Well, yeah, this is real news.
Welcome to Russia, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God.
That's the news from 2006. So it's a very it's a long one. But the fake one was the multiplication and the back.
That sounded so real.
Yes. Yes. We
Yeah.
made it that way.
I would have believed that.
Yeah, people in Russia can't count. This is our show, everybody! Hey! That was Roma, that was Katya, that was Sasha. My name is Nikita, and we got a special guest, Ali, with us today.
Thanks, guys. And thanks for the cake. Woo.
It's yours.
Oh, great.
Nobody's gonna eat it after that. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you.